Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. So it is a little late for the daily reading today. I apologize. It's been an interesting week, to say the least. There's been a lot going on, and I haven't been getting the readings out to you every morning. It feels a little bit late in the day now to be going over the day's energies, so I'm just going to pull some cards and see what we can get for just a random general reading for today. Clear. So what advice do you have for us currently, Spirit? What would you like us to know? Let's tap into the current energies and just see what we come up with. See what we're dealing with. See what advice and guidance we have moving forward today. All right. First card out is Anna, Grandmother of Jesus. Seeding the Light, laying foundations, divine plan. And so this is what we are doing right now, right? We are seeding the light. We are laying those foundations, and we are really being called to trust in that divine plan. And so when I pull this card, what I'm thinking of is the energy we had the moon, the self-existing moon last month, right? And so it was all about laying those foundations, setting that form and that structure from which we are then going to be continuing to build our lives, to build our vision, to build our dreams, and really continuing to lay that foundation right now when it comes to our own personal lives, and also when it comes to the new earth and the larger picture that we have, right? It's like right now what we're doing, how we are laying that foundation is by seeding that light. It's by everything that we talk about on here, right? We did the reading the other day was all about cultivating that attitude of gratitude and how important that is. We talk all the time about this choice, right? These two timelines that are branching off, where we get to choose between fear and love, and how in every moment we get to make that choice. And that is seeding the light. That is laying the foundation. Everything that we do right now is laying the foundation. A lot of the people who watch my channel, I tell you guys this, and I will not stop telling you, you are the way showers. We are here to show people what it is like to love unconditionally, to live in this new paradigm where we do what our souls feel. We live our purpose. We act out of this place of unconditional love in every single moment. We allow ourselves to be seen. We shine our light into the world. We are deconstructing the old paradigm, and we are constructing the new paradigm. And so there are different people who are doing different things right now. This is coming through. Some people are very heavily involved in deconstructing the old paradigm, in breaking down those old systems, in whatever way that they feel called to participate in that and to do that. And there are others of us, as those people are dedicating their energy to breaking down those systems, who are creating and building the new systems. And so I think a lot of times we start to shame each other, or maybe shame isn't the right word, but we start to get in this place with each other where we become kind of judgmental about what other people are doing because we think that it should be done a certain way. And this is just confirmation that the way that you are guided to live spiritually is the way that's right for you. The way that you are guided to participate in this process of destruction and creation that we are in the midst of right now is perfect for you. There is no one way to do this. There are many different roles that many different people play, and it's all about finding your purpose in this larger context. Means finding your role within that network, finding what it is that you particularly are meant to do. How is it that you particularly shine? What is it that you are particularly passionate about when it comes to what we are creating here? And that is what shows you the role that you are meant to play. And so when we point fingers and we tell people, you should be doing it this way, or you can't ignore the darkness and only talk about the light, or you can't do this, you can't do that, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, right? It's none of our business. We're being called to stay in our lane. What is your lane? And that lane can be a whole bunch of different things. I'm not saying restrict yourself to one idea of who or what you are, but I'm saying don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Focus on yourself. What are you being called to do? How are you being called to shine? How are you being called to make a difference? And that, as I said, is going to look a lot of different ways for a lot of different people. Every time that we are kind to somebody, we are seeding the light. Every time that we are grateful, we are seeding the light. Every time that we love somebody without condition, we are seeding the light. Every time we go within and we do some of that nitty gritty shadow work, we are seeding the light. Absolutely everything that we are doing is seeding the light. When we take a day and we sit back and we just take care of ourselves, we are seeding the light. We are grounding the light, right? We need to be grounded in order to ground in all of this high dimensional energy that's coming through. We are the satellites, remember. That light is coming through us, and we are physically what is helping to anchor it into the grid. And so that is so important as well. Everything that you are doing is so important and so perfect. And it's just absolutely understanding that, and understanding that there's a divine plan, there's a grand divine plan, and there's a divine plan for each and every single one of us. And so it's about, what is the plan for me? What does that path look like for me? This is a time where we're really being called to step outside of trying to measure and compare ourselves to what things look like for other people. It's not about other people. We're moving into this age of Aquarius, this age where we are all one. We understand this collective energy, the fact that we are part of a collective energy, this unity energy. But at the same time, we are also these beautiful individuals. And so we honor our individuality and what that individuality can add to the greater collective and context. But it's going to be different for each and every single one of us. And so it's just so important to remember that, and to know that if you need to be focused on your personal foundation right now, there is nothing wrong with that. That is so incredibly important as we are creating, right? Remember, everything is connected. Nothing exists in a vacuum. And so when we are taking care of our personal lives, we are still taking care. That is still taking care of the collective, because I am you and you are me. There is no distinction. There is no difference. And we are moving deeper and deeper into this unified energy, this unified field. So don't worry about it, whatever that means for you. But this is the time also, I'm feeling, where people are beginning to really lay those foundations in terms of refining their skills, refining their gifts, coming into it's like, we may not have, I feel as though a lot of people watching this may not know exactly what it is that they're meant to do with the things that they're working on right now. You may be interested in a bunch of different stuff and you don't understand how it's going to tie together. Or you may feel as though you should be doing more, right? With what you have, what you've learned, but you're not sure what that more is. Continue learning, continue growing. Trust that you will know what to do with what you have when the time comes. And just like we said, just that process of learning and growing and adding these tools into your kit is actually having a much more profound impact than what you realize. So that is coming through as well. A lot of us are in that process right now of building. That process of building that strong foundation from which everything else can then be built. But don't try to build the house before you build the foundation. That's what it means about taking one step at a time. We get that guidance all the time. One step at a time. And then we have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So we are clearing out so much when it comes to this ancestral patterning right now. And I'm being drawn to look at this card before I go too deeply into that one. And this is all about sharing your voice. And so one of these ancestral patterns I'm feeling that is really coming through, that a lot of us are healing at this time, is that pattern of hiding. That pattern of hiding our light, that pattern of not speaking our truth. As we speak our truth, as we fully express, this is that beauty, that shining the light of who we are, like we were talking about. As we fully express that, and we release any of these fears of persecution, these fears of, in the old days, many of us were killed for doing the things that we do now. But we are not in that timeline. We are not experiencing that reality. It is safe to express the truth of who we are now. It is safe to be a healer. It is safe to be a light worker. It is safe. And this is something that we are all, and I think that this is part of that ancestral patterning and healing that's going on, is many of our ancestors were killed, were harmed for doing these same things. So as we do them, as we stand up, as we shine our lights, as we step into the roles that we were meant to fill, we are liberating them, which is absolutely, absolutely beautiful. And this is also a time where we're embracing the aspects of our ancestors and the things that they did, their traditions, all of that. We are embracing what is useful, and we are releasing what is not. There are a lot of things that were done in the past that are not useful anymore, that do not make sense anymore, that were maybe necessary then but aren't necessary anymore. So we are breaking those chains. And as we break our own chains, we are breaking their chains as well. There is so much healing. So and we talked about this too, right? Like that black sheep energy, right? The black sheep is the one that typically comes to heal a lot within the ancestral line. That's why you don't fit in. That's why you're different, right? Because that's why you see the world differently. That's why you feel differently. You think differently because you were meant to. And so there is that energy of that, as well as we are healing so much of what didn't work in the past. And we are moving through that. We are moving out of that. Any social conditioning that does not resonate with our soul, if there is something that you were told, that you were raised to believe, that never quite sat right, or maybe you accepted at one point, but now it's like beating your head against a brick wall trying to live up to that, or you feel there's no connection to it, and you're going through the motions because that's what you're supposed to do. Those are those times when we're being called to step out of that, when we're being called to share our voice and be like, this isn't right. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't have to be like this, right? That's what being a way shower is all about, is showing people there is another way. It does not have to be done the way that it was always done. We can do something different now. And if there is this feeling like you're betraying your ancestors, you're betraying your family, your lineage, if you do that, understand that's what you came here to do. It is not betraying them. They want you to do this work because it is so important and so incredibly profound. We can rewrite the future, right? But we can't rewrite the future if all we're doing is going through the motions of the past. If we do that, we're guaranteed to get, I don't even know if you would call it a future, if it's the same, we're a replay of the past. And that's not what we're here to do right now, right? We are here to birth a new age. What does a new age mean? What does new mean? New means not like it was before. New means completely different. And so that's what we're here to do. So if we follow all of these old guidelines of how to live, how to love, how to do this, how to do that, how is that going to create a new age? We have to step out of the old so that we can then embrace the new. And we are the ones that live the new, that show other people what is possible. And then we have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening, right? So this is like right with this. Boom, right there. That's what we're doing. It is happening. I feel like it can be difficult, and there are times, you guys, I don't sugarcoat anything. I am completely honest, and I share some of my own struggles and what I'm going through on here with you guys as well, because we're all learning and growing in this process together. I think we all have moments where we're just like, we second guess ourselves for a minute, and we're like, am I just crazy? Like, we talk about this, it's coming, but is anything really coming, or is this just like our own little detachment from reality that makes it easier to digest everything that we see in front of us right now, because we're convinced that it's changing. And I get into this sometimes too. There are moments where I do question myself and I wonder if I'm crazy. And I think, well, it makes me happy. It makes me feel good. It resonates with my soul to believe what I believe, to have the conviction that I have, and there's a lot of people out there who feel the same way. And so if we're all crazy, that's fine. We can just be crazy together. That's how I get myself through some of those periods. But it's like, I know deep down inside that we are truly creating heaven on earth. This is really, truly happening. And so this is just confirmation. My sharing that with you guys is so maybe some of you can relate and just understand and know that it's totally normal to question. Like, we need to question everything, even ourselves. But at the end of the day, it's like what truly resonates in my heart when I tap into my knowing. And when I tap into my knowing, I know that this is exactly what we're doing and this is exactly where we're going. And then align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? This is energy that we're really being called to step into and look at right now. 2020 has been, this entire year, this is the energy that we've been working through, is understanding. It's with every major astrological event, every portal, right? Every one of these monster conjunctions that we've had this year, the eclipses, all of the retro, everything that we've been going through has been giving us a deeper and deeper look into what it is that is in or out of alignment. What it is that needs to change. Where am I trying to go? What am I trying to do? Where am I trying to go, right? What am I trying to do? And what is in alignment with that and what is not? What is in alignment with my truth? And so that's why a lot of this year of 2020 has been discovering our personal truth. Because if I don't know my truth, how do I know what's in alignment with it and what's not? I have to know that, and sometimes I have to learn that truth over and over and over again. And sometimes I learn it, and then I question it, or I put some things on the back burner, like, that may not be 100% in line with my truth, but like, we're not going to deal with that now. And that's totally human. I do it just as often as anybody else does it. I will be the first to admit it. I am far from perfect when it comes to any of this stuff. I am learning and growing just like every single person. And so trust me, this is something that we've all, myself included, been going throughout this year of 2020, I think. And the message just keeps getting louder and louder and louder until we allow that process of change to occur in every area of our lives that it is trying to occur. And what is every area? Every area. There's not a single area that this change does not want to occur in, and we need to, in order to fully transform, we need to allow it to occur in all areas. If we're still holding on in one or two areas, we're not able to move fully into our new vibration. All right, so it's looking at what is still not aligned, right? We've removed a lot from our lives that was out of alignment, but there's still some stuff that needs to go. And so this isn't necessarily just, I'm calling this a daily reading, but this reading goes beyond today. These energies always do. Time is not linear anymore. So this applies whenever it applies. I feel these energies are applying as we are moving forward, right? But there's going to be more and more that comes into our understanding of what is not in alignment and what needs to change and what those changes need to be. But sometimes we don't get to know everything. We just know, like we talked about, what is that next step? What is that next step that I have to take to bring things more into alignment, to bring my outer reality into alignment with my inner reality, and vice versa. Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yes, this is an ongoing process, right? This awakening process, these energetic upgrades. We've been receiving them. We will continue to receive them. If I'm not mistaken, actually, I believe that today is a portal day. It's either that or yesterday. I am going to pull out the calendar, you guys, and just take a little look here and see. I'm pretty sure. Yes, Monday was a portal day. No, I'm in the wrong month. Here we go. Oh, Monday was a portal day last month and this month. So Monday was a portal day. Tomorrow is a portal day. It's like 2020 is basically a giant portal. You guys hear me say this, right? Anyway, so more of these upgrades. These upgrades, we can feel the energy coming through. We get them consistently, right? And then when we have these major astrological events that provide these gateways of energy or these portal days, that they come through a lot very strongly. And so on the eclipse, we're going to be receiving another massive energetic upgrade. We have 2 eclipses that are lining us up and opening us up to these major energies to prepare us for the ultimate upgrade that we are receiving on December 21st. So, yeah, as we are integrating, part of the integration of these upgrades is the new way of being, okay? That's why this new way of being is what's in the center of this. All right? That's part of how we integrate it, is by living it, is by acknowledging it, is by then when we notice as we receive these upgrades, what is not in alignment becomes more and more clear, and then we act upon that. We embody the new vibration that we are stepping into. And as we embody that more and more, we integrate more and more of those energies. It's kind of like the door gets cracked open, but then we have to continue allowing that door. We have to continue opening that door, right? The activation, the energetic upgrades, they give us a little crack, but we have to be willing to continue to swing that door open. And then we have get grounded. Yep. Connecting with nature, grounding. We talked about that at the beginning of the reading, the importance of that. And then we also have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So much going on an energetic level right now. And so however you are being drawn to care for yourself right now, do that. Whether you're being called to take salt baths, whether you're being called to go out in nature if you live in a part of the world where nature is accommodating right now. If you are, whatever it is that you're being called to do, to rest more, to eat differently, to hydrate, like the importance of hydration, I cannot emphasize enough. So please, please, please do that above all else. But just support your body. Allow your body to tell you how it wants to be supported right now. And just listen to what it is that your body is asking you. Your body will tell you. It is telling you. And if you pay attention, right? And once again, like we said, if we don't pay attention, the message gets louder and louder. And so the sooner we pay attention, the softer that message can be. And we prefer soft and easy. All right. And then on the bottom of that, we have unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. That's more energy that we're moving through right now. That is more, this is a lot. This is a lot, you guys. There's so many of us that are, it's the healing that we're doing right now is happening on a very deep soul level. These patterns that you're working through, that you're transforming, right? These belief systems, when it comes to like those belief systems you were transforming, we talked about like for your ancestors as well, these patterns. But even more than that, it's not just this lifetime. When it comes to your personal soul work, this is many, many lifetimes that we are undoing right now. And that is why it can feel so hard. Because our souls have engaged in some of these patterns for a very, very long time. It's just not what we know in this life. It's what we've known in many, many lives. And so just understanding that can help us maybe to be a little kinder and a little bit more compassionate with ourselves as we go through this process. What's the word that I'm looking for? Not indoctrination. The programming goes so deep. And if this is something, any of this stuff is stuff that you guys are struggling with, please reach out to me. We can look into this. We can look into this stuff from a multitude of different angles. All of my information with my services is in the description box below. I would really, really love to help assist you with some of this stuff, with releasing these outdated soul contracts, these old soul patterns that are no longer serving, this ancestral healing, this past life healing, this alignment, all of this. All right, we're going to get a couple cards to close here from the Spirit Animal Oracle. Let's see what the Spirit Animal Oracle has to say for us. No, too many. Okay. Aw. We have Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely. Looks like he's wearing a little tutu. And then we have Dog Spirit. Be loyal to what you love. And then on the bottom of the deck, one of my personal favorites, Panther Spirit. Reclaim your power. All right, so we are going to go to the book here. This says, Pig Spirit appears to remind you of the right use of intelligence, a gift we all have that is meant to be used with love, compassion, and discernment. Intelligence means recognizing the value of intuition partnered with smarts and common sense, which leads to intelligent solutions. And this is what we've been working on throughout 2020. Every time we've had these Mercury retrogrades, right, they're helping us to balance the logic and the intuition, because we need both in order to make decisions, in order to navigate our lives effectively. We need to call on both. If we're too heavy in one or the other, that's going to throw us off, especially if we're too heavy in the mind. We don't want to be too heavy in the mind. We have to learn to incorporate the intuition. When Pig Spirit appears, you are being called to respect your analytical mind and use it for the highest good, recognizing that all facts must be considered even when they do not fit with what you already know. And this is so important right now, right? We have a lot going on right now when it comes to these energies. I believe that the term that they use in psychology is like cognitive dissonance. And so it's when we disregard everything that doesn't fit our theory or our view of what we already know, what we believe, right? Everything that doesn't fit in with our belief system, we automatically discard. And so this is so important. There is so much truth that is being revealed right now to those who are willing, ready, and able to see. And so simply opening yourself up to seeing more truth and having more truth be revealed can be all that you need. And then being open to that information when it comes in, and to not automatically close ourselves off to anything that doesn't fit our narrative. Spirit blesses us with wisdom when we allow Pig Spirit to nudge us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogues, whether with others or internally, as we mull over our ideas and what we have come to understand. You are intelligent and capable of clear-minded thinking, shaped by the wisdom you have accumulated and the intuition that will tell you when you have more learning to do, because not all the facts are in. Now is a time for your decision-making powers are reliable, for you are in alignment with Pig Spirit's keen intelligence. Very important message right there. And then we have the Dog Spirit. Be loyal to what you love. Dog Spirit appears to remind you that although change is a part of life and all of us are meant to evolve, our love and commitments remain strong. You are loved now and can trust that this higher love is true. Spirit loves you, and love has arrived in many forms now, manifesting in the people you surround yourself with, expressed uniquely through them. Dog Spirit also says, be true to that which you love, for now is a time of good fortune. Be steady as you recognize that people and things are always transforming. Your heart is loving and true, and Dog Spirit wants you to know that your steadfast commitment to experiencing and expressing love will attract and manifest more love. You deserve all of it. Have faith in Spirit's plans for you. So just embracing the love and all the ways that love shows up in your life. And the more that we embrace love, the more we then attract love. So it's really, I'm just feeling this energy of honoring all the ways that love is showing up for us, and all the ways that we are then able to give love to others, to extend love to others, and the importance of that moving forward. And Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. The Panther is a guide through the shadow realms, through the lower realms as well. And so this is a totem animal, right? That we can, I hope I didn't misuse that term. If I did, I apologize. But it's an animal a spirit animal that is guiding us down that path. If you are doing shadow work right now, if you are reclaiming some of these lost pieces of your soul, of your essence, call upon Panther to be your guide. Panther comes up. It's card number 44 too. I never noticed that. I love that. Yes, Panther comes up quite frequently when we are being invited to take that journey, right? It takes courage to face challenges, and right now Panther Spirit is here to say that you are braver than you think. Now is the time to take a risk and step into a different aspect of your being. Speak as if you have never spoken before. Act as you have always dreamed you might have the courage to act. Love fearlessly and fully, and expect to feel the adrenaline rush as you are initiated into a newer, braver, bolder self. Panther Spirit says the time for dreaming about what you want to do is giving away to that first courageous act toward reclaiming your Panther Spirit and power. Your new identity may feel strange at first, but you have what it takes and your soul wants this. Be bold. Yes, like we've spent enough time dreaming about what it is that we want. It's time to go after it. It's time to have the courage, right? It's time to act. It's time to speak up. We had that card to share your voice. It's so very, very important for all of us to share the truth that's in our hearts, to share it with each other openly and lovingly and honestly, so that we can all continue to grow and expand. And then under that, we have Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured. That transformational process that is occurring. And this is like the action, right? When we talked about how do we integrate these energies by taking the action that we're called to take. So that aspect is so very important right now. All right, you guys, I love you. I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed this little impromptu reading. I will be back tomorrow with a daily reading. I apologize that it's been a little wishy-washy of a week as far as that goes. I have lots of new stuff in the works right now. I am in the process currently of putting together a Patreon account. So I'm going to be very soon, probably at the start of December, offering Patreon memberships. I'm going to do a few different categories of different types of readings. It's going to be once a week. There's going to be a different reading that won't be available on YouTube that comes out. And so if there's topics that you guys are interested in, who might be interested in joining, let me know. My thoughts right now is I'm going to do one on career and life path. I'm going to do one possibly on soulmate, twin flame, love relationship type energy stuff, and I may do another one. My thought right now is just a random reading, kind of like this was right now, where I just start pulling some cards and see where the energy takes us. But I'm open to all kinds of different ideas, so if any of you are interested in that, please let me know what you would be interested in seeing me doing readings on. And just in general, if there's stuff that you guys would be interested in seeing me do more readings on this channel too, let me know about that. I always want to hear what it is that you guys are interested in, what it is that's going to be most helpful for you, what it is that you resonate with that would be the most fun for you, because that's what this channel is all about, is all of us as a community just loving each other and growing together and having a good time with it. You know, this spiritual growth thing does not always have to be so serious. We can have some fun with it. That's what we were meant put here to be joyful and to enjoy this process, right? We can always have fun, and we can always be fully present in this moment, enjoying this moment, and squeezing every drop out of this moment that we can. There are links down below to donate to my channel if you feel so moved to do so. It is very much appreciated. I do, as I mentioned earlier, a whole bunch of different things. I do personal readings. I do energy healings. Check all that info out in the description box below. Shoot me an email if you would like to work with me one-on-one. I absolutely love doing that. Nothing brings me more joy. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how this reading resonated for you, how this week's been going for you. If you liked this video, like this video. It really helps the channel. It helps these videos get out to more people when there is more interaction. So it is very much appreciated. You are such beautiful, beautiful souls, and I will talk to you soon.